Hi again, everybody. Bill Phillips here. It is Friday. It's the weekend. I'm a little bit late. I apologize. I'm sorry for being late. Sometimes it's all you need to say. I'm sorry. Just apologize. A little bit late. Microphone's on? Oh, wait. Is the microphone on? Okay. All right. I couldn't find them. Couldn't find I like keys. I like keys better than these, I guess, fobs. Whatever, and I actually went to the what did I do? Oh, I went to the gym yesterday afternoon, and I had sweatpants on. And apparently, when I came home, got changed out of sweatpants and everything, I just left the key in the sweatpants. So this morning when I was leaving, I'm looking around for these keys. I'm finding every other key imaginable in my house, and couldn't find those. And then I was walking out. Like, what did I do last night before I left? And I was like, well, I went to the gym, and then I had dinner, and I just couldn't trace my steps. So I'm like, okay, I checked the sweatpants. Maybe they're in sweatpants. So went and found them getting the sweatpants. You ever have that happen to you? You ever have that happen? I know I'm late. I know there's people who are probably out there going, wait a minute, Bill's doing the 9-minute Phill-Up right now. And they don't realize that, I know Ron's out there. I know Brian's out there. It's a big high school football weekend. We've got some games coming up. So if you want to make comments or anything. But, yeah, so I apologize. Had the keys misplaced, but now we're ready to go. And speaking of keys, a key to the 9-minute Phill-Up is always Valley Converting. It is our sponsor. They're from the Gem City of Toronto, T-Town. Mike Biasi and the crew up there, they take care of your paper recycling products. They'll give your paper a new life. So if you need to recycle, make sure you get in touch with them. Right now, let's hear from.
Every piece of paper has a story. What if that story didn't end when you were done with it?
At Valley Converting, we turn your old paper products into recycled paperboard, continuing the story.
Locally owned and operated in Toronto, Ohio, bringing your paper to Valley Converting isn't just about recycling.
It's about supporting a cleaner, greener future for all of us.
We are here 5 days a week to help you make some green by going green.
And remember,
recycle for your future.
Well, and here this is big news. I had to make sure that we got this on because one of the favorites for hockey players for the producer extraordinaire Jordan, who's not here right now, but she made sure to send me a text to let me know one of her favorite players, Connor McDavid, became the fourth youngest player to reach 1,000 career points in NHL history. Now he's on a pretty good list. I mean, it's a serious list. If you're on this list, you've done some stuff. Wayne Gretzky, 20. How about this? Wayne Gretzky was only 23 years old. And how many days does it say? 328 days. He's number one. Mario Lemieux, 26 years old, 171 days. And I'm not reading that right. Actually, I should be saying like Steve Yzerman, 27 years and 291 days old. That's how I should have said the first two. But Wayne Gretzky, 23 years, 26 years from Lemieux, 27 years for Yzerman. And Connor McDavid, 27 years old and 306 days as he becomes number 4 on the all-time list for reaching 1,000 points. 1,000 points is amazing. 1,000 points in anything is amazing. And it's one of those things where, man. So I think Jordan took the day off to celebrate the Connor McDavid achievement. She's a huge hockey fan, big Penguins fan, big Sidney Crosby fan. And then, when you talk about Sid and you talk about points, how many more points would Sidney Crosby have if he hadn't had the injuries, the concussions, and everything? He's still spectacular. He's lived up to the hype. He's one of the all-time great players. But yeah, if you think about the points and all of that stuff, the one season he lost. He was on his way. It seeming like to 100 goals. It seemed like he was that good out of the box. And then he had a concussion season came to an end. Brian, get ready for looking forward to Sports Friday. And we are looking forward to Sports Friday. Let's take a listen. The unfortunate thing for Sports Friday this week, and we talked about it the other day, we talked about West Virginia. They have postponed their first week of high school football season, or not high school football season, but the high school football playoffs because of some court injunctions around the state. So things have changed. So there will be no West Virginia playoff games tonight. So that'll be interesting to see how that works out. But tonight there is Sports Friday because it's week number 3 of the Ohio high school football postseason. So let's take a look at what we're going to have for you on Sports Friday. So I'm going to be at the Big Red game. So Jack Hillgrove is going to host Sports Friday. So Brian, you're going to have Jack as your host on Sports Friday. I'll have a report from the Dover Big Red game, and I've been going over some notes, been looking at it this week, and just one of the things that just it's amazing the amount of wins that the two coaches have. 438 now for Steubenville head coach Reno Suckach, who is the all-time leader in wins in the state of Ohio, 4 state championships, and just amazing numbers. Just numbers that you make you scratch your head and just go, this is crazy. And he's going against the Hall of Famer Dan Ift. He has nearly 300 wins. So 2 outstanding coaches, 2 outstanding programs, a lot of respect for each team. You'll be able to see that game streaming on the WTOV9 YouTube channel. You'll be able to see it on the WTOV9 app. You'll be able to see it on WTOV9.com. So a lot going on if you want to see the Big Red Dover game from Carrollton. Big Red all-time in the series, 22-6-1. But in the last playoff matchup, it was Dover at Harding Stadium putting it on Big Red. I believe off the top of my head, let me see. Well, no, actually I have a note, so I don't have to do it off the top of my head. Let's see. Where did I do the last game? Oh, did I not write that down? That wouldn't have been good. Oh, yeah, there it is. Last one, 41-20 at Harding Stadium. Dover won it. Dover's won 6 of their last 7. They have 3 losses this year. 9-3. Big Red undefeated. Winner of this game will go to the regional championship for Division III Region 11. So a lot on the line tonight for those 2 teams. So we have that game for you. We'll have highlights of that game. St. Clairsville at New Philadelphia taking on West Holmes to go to the regional championship game. And Rob Metzger will be at that one. So we'll have highlights of that. St. Clairsville has been just about unstoppable. Very balanced team, good defense, good offense, throw, pass, whatever you need to do. They find a way to win each and every week. Another challenge in front of them tonight, West Holmes. They will play that game at New Philly. One of the great places to go and watch a high school football game. If you haven't had a chance to go and catch a football game there, it's at this great park. It's got a little bit of an amusement park there. It's got the football field. Woody Hayes Quaker Stadium is redone. Beautiful setup. And then just the park that you go through and everything. It's fantastic. Yeah. Fantastic. Really, I like going to see the games. I like going to see the games at Dover, both of those stadiums. But New Philly, very, very nice stadium. Garaway is at Minerva, or they're at Minerva playing. They're going to play South Range, and that will be one of the games that we have highlights. Malvern and Jerome Hillsdale at Massillon. We will have that as well. Indian Valley taking on New Lexington. We will have that game for you. And we have Canot Valley, the Rockets, playing Beaver Eastern at Heath. And Canot Valley having an outstanding season, and they are moving on into another round of the playoffs. Now, the team that the winner of the Dover Big Red game would play is Waterson. They're going to play Licking Valley, and we will have that game covered for you as well. So a number of games, despite the fact that we don't have the West Virginia games this week for the first round of the West Virginia playoffs. Super disappointed for the players because this is nothing that they had anything to do with. This is more about money and politics and setting up schedules and how it's all going to break down. And then when people look at it, the bottom line, say, well, we're losing our money. We're not going to get as much money out of this. This isn't going to work out as well for us. So they went to court. They got injunctions. So now everybody has to wait. Now, the thing that I'm afraid of is because of the time of the year that it is as well. Now, if we have great weather, fantastic. All bets are off. But if we have a situation where, let's say you miss this week and then you can't play next week. So now how do we get into December? Are we going to play Christmas weekend before Christmas, weekend after Christmas, play a New Year's Day game for the high school state championship in West Virginia? And it's 10 below zero if it's a cold, wintry day. So I'm fearful that the teams that got in won't have an opportunity to play, because I think what's going to happen is you miss next week's game. Maybe that eliminates a week of the postseason. Then maybe you miss the next week, and eliminates, all of a sudden you're down to a final 8 or you're down to a final 4. And the other, if there's 16 teams in and you cut off a couple of weeks, all of a sudden we don't have time to fit all these games in. So we're just going to have a final 4, and those 4 teams will have the playoffs. Great for those 4 teams, not taking anything away from them, but the other teams are going to have an opportunity to compete for a championship. And that's what everybody wants. And the other thing that I'm fearful is, after a few weeks, 2-3 weeks, if you haven't played, you can practice all you want, but there's a thing called football condition. And we talked about it with Coach Phil-Up, who's going to be doing the game with me tonight. We talked about that the other day on the 9-Minute Phill-Up, and he talked about that. You lose some of that condition, you lose some of that edge that you had. Now, the higher seeds should still be the higher seeds, the better teams through the regular season. But if you're not competing, not playing. And then people brought up basketball. What happens with basketball? What happens with wrestling? How does that impact the schedules there if you keep waiting to have these football games being played? Because some of these schools, most of the basketball team, maybe all of the basketball team, maybe the entire wrestling team, they're all on the football team. So anyways, West Virginia is going to have to figure that out in the courts, and they're going to have to come up with a better plan, or how they're going to go through the playoffs this year. But tonight we do have high school football for you. We have it in the state of Ohio, and there you go. John said, "Roll Red Roll" from North Carolina. I hope you're doing well. I am. Thank you very much for checking in. Greatly appreciate it. Looking forward to tonight's high school football action. It's going to be a great high school football weekend. Outside today, just walked out. It's a football feel to the game day atmosphere, because it's kind of a gray, 50 degrees. Kind of rainy, kind of misty, just kind of foggy. It's just football. It says football. Bright, shiny days and everything are great. Love a bright, shiny day. That's baseball. I love baseball. Baseball's great. Played at Miami. So the sun was always out. You loved it. It was like, all right, this is fantastic. But a football day, November football is gray skies, 50 degrees, crisp. Maybe the leaves are blowing across the field, and people are just getting after each other. So tonight should be a perfect setup for that, because the weather it's football weather. It's football. Brad checking in. Brad, good morning. Brad, big year for Brad on Sports Friday on the Go. He was always on Sports Friday on the Go. High school basketball around the corner. Monroe Central won 22 or 23 games. All right, we'll see what they can do this year. And Monroe Central, what a high school football season they had this year. 9-1 in the regular season, then lost a heartbreaker by 1 point in the playoffs, but just an absolutely tremendous season for Monroe Central. All right, John Chickabagan, nothing like fall high school football on Friday and OSU on Saturday. And OSU right now very much in the driver's seat for one of the spots in the playoff, and have an outstanding team. But yeah, Friday rolls into Saturday, rolls into Sunday. And then you're ready to go. And if you want to watch some more football, Monday Night Football's coming. If you wanted to watch last night, you get Thursday Night Football. Sunday Night Football. Oh, this is another one. We were just talking about Jordan. She's not here to join in, but Sunday Night Football. Now, she's a big fan of Connor McDavid, and he's tremendous. But the quarterback that she really likes, and she would have liked the Steelers to have traded for, Justin Herbert of the San Diego Chargers. And he is going to be featured against another tremendous young quarterback in Joe Burrow of the Cincinnati Bengals. That's a Sunday night game. What a matchup that is. Cincinnati has to win. They have no more room for error. They can't lose any more games, especially another AFC game. So Cincinnati 4-6 right now. They had a chance to beat the Ravens last week. Didn't do it. I went to bed. I thought the game was over. I thought it was all done. Here we go. They're going to win. They didn't. So now, speaking of the Ravens, they play the Steelers this weekend. Steelers-Ravens week. This isn't purple. This is a blue. Just I don't want anyone getting all confused and upset with me if you're a Steelers fan. But no, I remember Ravens week when I covered the Steelers day in, day out. It's a different week. I mean, when you hear people talking about it, it's a different week. It's one of those weeks where it's like, oh no, we're serious. It's the week when other guys show up and other reporters, other men and women reporters, crews, TV crews, radio crews, whatever, they show up at the other team's facility to get some inside knowledge so they can break it down early. And Ben Roethlisberger was great at doing this. He knew exactly who his local reporters were. And if he got a question from a Ravens reporter, or if it was the playoffs, whatever team they were playing in the playoffs, he gave them not talking to outside reporters, or it was a yes or no. I'm not going to get into that. No, we're not going to talk about that. And then I would ask the same question, or another one, somebody from the Pittsburgh media. Oh yeah, okay, Bill. Blah 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 blah. You give a big answer, and even though they're getting the information that he's giving out, he just wasn't going to do it directly for them. So it's a different week. And with the Steelers, a win, and they get even more separation in the division, that would be absolutely enormous for the Steelers. So we'll see what they can do. Browns also in action, and the Browns just trying to fight their way out, finish strong. You never know. You win some games, you never know. John checking back in, nothing like, I already did that one. Brad, might have been late. We were there tonight, Sports Friday on the go. All right, no Sports Friday on the go. I'm sorry to say no Sports Friday on the go, but basically the number of games and the rights fees and all the hoops that we have to jump through to have the rights to do the games, because there's other entities involved that have the first opportunity to do these games. So we won't be able to do Sports Friday on the go, but we will have Sports Friday as usual, and we will have all the games. Went through the games a little bit earlier, and with the one game we will have. So if you want to check in on a game, if you're just hankering for some high school football, and you're like, I want to go to WTOV9.com and find out what's going on, well, join us. We've got Steubenville Big Red and Dover in Carrollton tonight, playoff round. Winner goes to the Division 3 Region 11 championship game in terms of that region next week. So a huge game, and we will have it on the WTOV9 YouTube app, or not YouTube channel. We will have it on the WTOV9 app. We'll also have it on the WTOV9.com. So a lot going on this weekend. So but no Sports Friday on the go, unfortunately. It was a great season, and Brad and Brian and John and Ron and Bobby and everybody that's been out there. Rat Poison won, who used to check in with scores, and what was it? Big Papa D reacts, and T Boogie. We had all kinds of people that checked in all the time. And just want to thank everybody for checking in and doing that for us and doing that with us for Sports Friday on the go. We had an absolutely sensational time. It was something that we weren't even sure if we were going to be able to do at the beginning of the year, but we were able to pull it off. We look forward to doing it again next year. But right now, we're going to Sports Friday tonight, and the Dover Big Red game tonight, streaming again on the YouTube channel, on WTOV9.com and the WTOV9. I think it's on Facebook, isn't it? Maybe not. It's on WTOV9.com, though. And Brian, thank you very much. Thank you for the 9-minute Phill-Up. Well, I'll tell you what. I was late. Like I said, I was late. Like Brad was late. Brad was late. He might have been late, but I was late because I lost my keys. I was like 4 minutes late, Brad. So it all worked out. Okay, sad to be, but understandable. Yep. Hopefully, we'll be back next season. I can't imagine we wouldn't be. So Jordan has already signed up as the producer extraordinaire for Sports Friday on the Go. She said there's no other place she would rather be than spending a Friday night with myself and the Nacho Me and Don Sloan. And then I actually said, "Are you Pinocchio and your nose is growing?" Because I'm thinking she might have been able to find a few other places to be that might be more fun than being with us on a Friday night. And she said, "No, high school football and you guys, it's where I want to be." So, and I know Don and I like doing it, so we'll love it. So we will definitely do that next season. But again, check out Sports Friday, the regular Sports Friday on Fox 9 and on WTOV9 tonight. And of course, we'll have all the information you need streaming online as well. And we will have tonight's Dover and Steubenville Big Red game. Should be a great weekend of high school football. And we're going to leave it with this comment right here. So we got Brian. Thank you again. And we're going to leave it with this one. Jordan did an excellent job. I'm going to have her come back, watch this back so she can see that, because that's true. She always does a great job. So, Brad, thank you. Thank you to everybody. And thank you to Valley Converting, our sponsor for the 9-Minute Phill-Up. But right now, I'm going to get back into the football cave and continue to look up information on the Dover and Steubenville Big Red game and get ready for that. We're going to be joined by Coach Phill tonight. He's going to have about 19 bags of Werther's Originals of some sort of chewy candy that basically it's, if I don't want to say anything, I want to cast aspersions on Coach Phill, but it's almost like he's a dealer of candy. Wouldn't say I don't want to say any drugs or anything like that, but that's what it's like. He comes in, he's like, try these. It's phenomenal. So if he brings 19 bags, you know how many he's going home with? 0. Because everybody wants to get some of that candy. It's really, really good stuff. The Big Red game isn't on WTOV9 News. It is not. The game will not be on television tonight. It will not be tape delayed this weekend. The game will only be seen streaming on WTOV9.com, the WTOV9 app, and the WTOV9 YouTube channel. And I believe the Facebook page. So you have 4 options. If you go to those 4 options and one of them doesn't work, go to the next option. But it's either on WTOV9.com, WTOV9 Facebook page, WTOV9's YouTube channel, or the WTOV9 app. But no, the Big Red game will not be on TV tonight. It will be on one of those streaming services. So if you can, join us tonight for that game. We're looking forward to it. It should be a great game. 2 teams met already this season. Big Red, big win at home. That was earlier in the season. Dover has come through and managed to fight their way through, and they've set themselves up to have a big playoff run. They've won 2 games already. They would love nothing more to get the upset. They're the number 11 seed. Big Red, the number 2 seed in the region. So this is first spot in the regional championships, and anything can happen. You got to hold on to the football. You got to make some big plays. So we'll see who comes up with the goods tonight. But right now, we have to say so long. Remember the 2 rules. Have fun and always try your best. Have a great weekend, everybody. Jordan, wherever you are, have a great weekend. Congratulations to your boy, Connor McDavid, and good luck to your boy. That would be Herbert of the San Diego Chargers on Sunday against the Cincinnati Bengals. That's a big game. Against the Cincinnati Bengals. It's going to be a good one. So Sunday Night Football. You can catch that on WTOV9. You catch Notre Dame on WTOV9 Saturday. A lot going on. Anyways, I got to go. I keep talking. Anyways, guys, everyone, 2 rules. I just said them already. Have fun and always try your best. We'll see you next time, everybody.